Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Chemical Engineering. Myself Dr. Kirti Zare. Today I am going to give you to solve the simple example of the conduction, which is the one of the mode of the heat transfer. So let us start for that. So the example it is necessary to insulate a flat surface so that the rate of the heat losses per unit area of the surface does not exceed 450 watt per meter square. The temperature difference across the insulating layer, that is 400 K. Evaluate the thickness. If insulation material, they are going to use the asbestos. At that time K is equal to 0.11 watt per meter Kelvin. And next is the insulating material, that is the fire clay. So at that time K is equal to 0.84 watt per meter into the Kelvin. Right. So let us start for this particular type of the numerical. Right. So firstly the new word is, that is the insulate or the insulating material. Right. In the last video I had explained you about that what is the loss is going to involving in the conduction, convection and the radiation. Right. So definitely these are the flat surfaces you are supposed to consider. So these are the all solid type of the material. In the solid type of the material, heat is going to transfer from one place to the another place. So at that time there is a chances of the exiting the heat, and due to the heat transfer coefficient losses is occur, and to avoid this all condition you are supposed to use the different insulating material which is useful for prevent the heat. Right. This particularly type of the insulating or the insulating material are generally having the low thermal conductivity. It is used material for the building. It is used into the industrial system. It can be also used is retained or the exclusive is necessary. When generally it is used to control the temperature. Right. Control the delta T, or it is useful for the controlling the temperature difference between the two systems. Right. There are the different type of the insulating material you can take as per the requirement, such as the fiberglass, cellulose, mineral wool and the polystyrene. There are also different type of the insulating material you are supposed to use with respect to the industrial applications. So insulating material you can use the different field to control the temperature, like into the automotive machines, in the chemical reactor, in the heat exchanger, in the spare form where the larger amount of the heat is going to induce at HVAC system, that is the heating, ventilation, air conditioning system, refrigerator and also into the air condition. Right. So there are the n number of the application of this insulating material to control the temperature. Right. So let us start for this numerical. Here they are mentioned the asbestos and the fire clay. These are the two material to control the heat or to maintain the heat. Right. Generally in the all chemical industries, the definitely temperature gradient or the temperature difference or maintaining of the temperature, it is really important one, because as you increase the temperature, so definitely pressure is also increases, but controlling part is really important in that. So you can used by the different insulating material, you can control that. Right. So let us start for this problem. Right. So conduction is the mode of the heat transfer which is based upon the Fourier's law. Right. So that is nothing but the Q is equal to Ka delta T by the X. Right. And I had already explained you in the last video that Q is equal to Ka delta T by the X. Right. Now, but in this problem, there asked that you have to calculate the thickness. Right. You have to calculate the thickness. So you can just write this is the thickness, or else you can consider in the form of the length, right? So you have to just rearrange it, right? So x is equal to ka dt by the q, right? This Fourier's law, you are just rearrange it, right? Because they are asked for the thickness, or else you can consider also the length where the heat mechanism is going to occur from first place to the another place, right? Now, what is the K? That is the thermal conductivity. So they have mentioned the thermal conductivity is the 0.11 multiplied by the area. Now, what is the value of area here? Because they are asking the area unit per area. They are asking the unit per area of the surface, right? So you are supposed to consider the area become the 1. What is the delta T? Right? So delta T is the difference between the two temperature. So they had mentioned here the 400 K, right? That is the 400 Kelvin. And Q is nothing but the how much amount of the heat is there mentioned. So it should not be exit than the 450. So you are going to take the value here. Q is the 450, right? So the calculations by using the calculator, you are getting this value x is equal to 0.098 meter, right? Because all unit you are supposed to consider here into the SI, right? Now you can also consider it is that is the you are also convert this into the mm, that is nothing but the 90 mm, right? So now for the second insulating material is the fire clay, where the Q, again same formula law, that Q is equal to Ka dt by the x. So you are supposed to rearrange this in the form of the x, right? Means you have to calculate the thickness over there. So K is what? So they have mentioned the K value become the 0.84. Multiply by the area become the 1. Del T they have mentioned the 400. And the Q they have mentioned the 450. Right? Now through the simple calculation, you are getting the become 0.746 meter, right? So that is become the 746 mm, right? Generally, whenever you are going to calculating the thickness, so you are to supposed to consider in the form of the mm, right? So this is the second thickness by using the fire clay, right? So this is the complete solution of this particularly problem, which state that with respect to the same heat transfer area or the temperature difference or the Q, how the thickness can be varies if you are going to use the different type of the insulating material, right? If you understand this problem, so please like, share, subscribe my channel, and also if you're having any doubt, so you can write into the comment box. Thank you so much.